Well, hello and good evening, OCPS families. I am so excited that you're here to join us tonight for what I think is going to be an incredibly informative virtual parent academy. Excuse me, my name is Victoria Tierney. I'm the Senior Administrator for Family and Community Engagement. And tonight we're going to do a panel presentation of 7 different HBCUs that are here tonight to share information with all of our families. These are great schools with wonderful opportunities, so we're so excited to have them. To give you an idea of who you will be hearing from tonight, we want to let you know we have a representative from Virginia State University. So we want to welcome Chanel Stafford. We also have from Sasha Holmes from Bethune-Cookman. We have Derek Robertson from Talladega University. Shelby Ham is joining us from Albany State University. Wendell Fountain from Jackson State University, and Omar Herod from the University of the District of Columbia. So a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for your gift of time and expertise.
And
And
you as well.
thank you. And we're going to go ahead tonight, families, and we're going to start with Virginia State University. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Chanel Stafford to go ahead and begin sharing your screen and your information. And I will move you to the stage.
All right. Good evening, everyone. As she said, my name is Chanel Stafford. I'm the Assistant Director of Recruitment here at the Virginia State University. We are the first public, state-supported, historically Black college in the United States, located in Petersburg, Virginia. So we're in Central Virginia. Excuse me. We are about 30 minutes south of Richmond, the state capital, about 2 hours south of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, 2 hours to the west of Virginia Beach in Virginia, and 2 hours north of Raleigh and Durham in North Carolina. So the great thing about our central location is that we're super accessible. You can get pretty much anywhere in no time. On this slide is a picture of our beautiful campus. We sit on about 231 acres. That's in addition to our 400-acre farm that we have right down the street from campus. So large campus, but everything is pretty centrally located. We have about 5,000 students enrolled. We're increasing, but even with that number, we do have small class sizes. Our average class size is 20. So you will be knowing your professors, they will know you. It's a very intimate familial experience. So I have a quick little video for you. If you can't hear it, please let me know.
Virginia State University. Your pathway to greater happens here. Greater academics, greater access, greater faculty, greater opportunities, greater experiences and campus energy. Why go anywhere else when your greater happens here? Apply today. Virginia State University. Greater happens here.
All right, so Virginia State University is an HBCU, as are all of the other institutions here. But what are HBCUs? HBCUs are historically Black colleges, universities, and they were created in a time when African Americans were not able to go to predominantly white institutions. This was really the only route for African Americans to receive an education. So, of course, that was the reason they were created. However, you do not need to be African American to attend an HBCU. At Virginia State specifically, we're about 90% African American. The other 10% is an equal mixture of Asian, Caucasian, and Hispanic students. So more on what are HBCUs. I'm not going to read off all of these, but just some important things. The first thing that sticks out to me on this word graphic is food. Food is very important at HBCUs. I myself did not attend Virginia State, but the first time I had the food here was during Black History Month. Now, obviously, Black History Month is a month-long event, but at Virginia State, it really is a month-long event. There is something going on every day. So one of the things that our culinary arts students did is they had made food for the institution, and they had made smothered turkey wings, collard greens, cornbread, peach cobbler, watermelon punch, all as one meal. And so when I had that, I realized I was in the right place. So definitely food is very important. Every Wednesday is Fried Chicken Wednesday. Every Friday is Fried Fish Friday. We do have other options, of course, but these are just some of the things that are culturally significant for us. Bands is another one that's on here that's big. Virginia State University has the best band in the CIAA. That's not just me saying that. That is what it was voted upon. So we are great. Our Trojan Explosion Band. The bands are important at every HBCU, but definitely, like I said, we love our Trojan Explosion. And we do have band scholarships available too. Another thing that's on here is resilience. Like I said on the previous slide, these institutions were formed when there were not other options, and they have stood the test of time. So we are resilient. That is one thing that is great about HBCUs as well. Giving back is a big one on here too. Our alum make sure that they are able to make sure that we are resilient and continue to donate and make sure that our institutions persevere on. And not just during homecoming, which is also a big thing for our HBCUs as well. We always get great artists for our homecoming concerts. This year we had Glorilla and Bossman D-Lo.
Care about that.
Last year we had A Boogie with the Hoodie, Tusi, the Baby, Mariah the Scientist. So definitely homecoming is a big part of HBCU culture as well. Like I said, I'm not gonna read off all these, but these are just some things that are important. So academic colleges, we have 6 different colleges. These are not all the majors that we offer. These are just some in those colleges. But I do want to point out our Reginald F. Lewis College of Business. It was recently awarded Best HBCU Business Program. It's named after an alum of Virginia State, and he's the first African-American to have $1 billion business. That's billion with a B. So we definitely know what we're doing here in terms of that. We have our College of Education, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, College of Agriculture, which, as I mentioned earlier, we have a 400-acre farm right down the street from campus. So there's livestock there, there's aquaculture there are different plants and things that are being grown. So lots of fun stuff over there. We have the College of Natural and Health Sciences too, which includes our nursing program, which everyone wants to be a nurse. Everyone wants to save lives. So definitely, if you are interested in that, we do have that for you as well. And our College of Engineering and Technology, which includes computer science as a major, and Virginia State University is responsible for producing more African-American computer scientists than any other institution in the United States. So definitely this is where you want to be if you want to do that. In addition to those majors that are on here, we have several pre-professional programs as well, such as pre-law, pre-med, pre-vet, and pre-pharmacy. So I was just talking about academics, and that's why y'all come to school, right? To learn. I can't see you, but I'm sure you're shaking your heads yes. But it's not just about that. You want to have a good time while you're there as well. So we have 21 Division II sports teams. We recently just got men and women's lacrosse and men and women's soccer. So those are options as well. We have over 120 clubs and organizations on campus. They include student government, campus ministry, fashion, sports, Greek life. So whatever you're into, we probably have that club or organization. And if not, it's super easy to start your own. We're also really big with our study abroad programs. We've been places before such as South Africa, Ghana, China, Belize, France. I know last semester some students were in Morocco, and I'm still trying to figure out how my invitation got lost in the mail, but it's fine. We have lots of opportunities for that. And we also have study away. So study away is similar to study abroad, except for it's just within the United States. So say you are from Florida and you want to go back a little closer to home for a semester, you can study at one of those institutions and still have your space at Virginia State when you come back. So similar, but another great way to have a multicultural experience while you're at an HBCU. With our mental health services, we are really big with mental health for our students. We do have Trojan Wellness Days throughout the semester. So on those days, there's no class. We want you to focus on your mental health, whether that be fitness. We do have options for you, whether it be they have massages they give the students, or if you just want to hang out in your room, there's plenty of options for you. But we just want those days to be focused on you and your mental health. And that falls underneath our health service center too. For our honors college, definitely we have that. If you receive our top scholarship, our academic excellence scholarship, then you will be invited to be part of that honors college. And a great perk of that is you get to live in one of the newest, nicest residence halls on campus. So definitely an encouragement for you all to do well. Some points of pride from last year, we have been increasing. As I mentioned, we've had the largest class size ever for the last couple of years in a row. With that being said, we still do, like I said, have those small class sizes though. We were ranked 16th overall in the United States. And like I mentioned, our band, like I said, it's not that I said that they're the best band. They were ranked as best band in CIAA. We were selected to host a presidential debate for this year. Unfortunately, the candidates chose not to have any universities be their place for debates. However, it still is prestigious that we were able to be the first one selected for that. We have a great hospitality management program, and Thompson Hospitality is the nation's largest Black-owned company, and they donated $1 million for us to help us get that continue to be a great program. And we were hosting ESPN's Black College Live last year. That was great. They came through. We had support for the football team, and they did win the game the next day. So lots of things happening here at State. So I know I told you all this information and you're super excited and you want to know what you need to do to apply, right? I am so glad you asked. It is super simple. Our application is free. On the last slide, I'll give you that website. You go to our application, fill out your free app. That's always free, no waiver or anything required. After that, all we need is your transcript, and that is it. We are test optional. We do not require an essay. You don't need letters of recommendation. It's literally just your free application and your transcript. So super simple. Our average class scores, our average GPA from last year was a 3.13. And I don't have numbers on there for the test scores because, like I said, we're test optional. So you don't need to submit those. So super duper simple. Tuition, we are a state school, so there is in-state and out-of-state tuition. I believe all you all would be out of state. So tuition plus room and board is going to equal about $34,000, almost $35,000 per year. But of course, that is before any aid. Over 90% of our students receive some sort of financial aid, and that's also before any scholarships are applied as well. So speaking of those scholarships, I'm not going to read off all of these on here, but these are some scholarship sources for you. We do have some new scholarships that we implemented for our merit-based scholarships and admissions. They are at the $2,000, $4,500, and $8,000 level. I'll put that information in the chat once I'm done, but just know that the scholarship requirements are based solely off of GPA, which is another reason why we don't require test scores. So basically, to start off being eligible for a scholarship from admissions, you need to have at least a 3.5 weighted GPA or higher. But in addition to that, these are some other scholarship sources too. So I didn't want to take up too much time today. We have some other great universities and colleges that are on here. But just know, like I said, our application is at the bottom. It's always free, trojans.bsu.edu/apply. If you have any questions, the contact information is there. I can put my personal contact information in the chat as well. May 1st is our admissions deadline. We do operate on a rolling admissions basis, so the sooner you want a decision, the sooner you'll get us your info. But March 1st is our scholarship deadline. So of course we want to give you some money, but you need to tell us that you're coming by that March 1st date so we can make sure that money is still allocated for you. And other than that, I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Chanel, thank you so very much. I was just going to say we did not have any specific questions in the chat. I really appreciate your personality coming through. It sounds like a wonderful place to study. So I'm really glad you could join us tonight. Families, again, Chanel will put information in the chat in regard to her contact information and some of that information off the slide that she had. So Chanel, thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And now we're going to go ahead and welcome from Talladega University, Mr. Derek Robertson. So Derek, if you want to go ahead and start sharing your screen. I'll go ahead and move you to the stage and let you share about Talladega.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. As she indicated, my name is Derek Robertson. I am very happy to bring you greetings on behalf of the entire Talladega College community. We are Alabama's first historically Black private liberal arts college, and we are located in Talladega, Alabama. That is central Alabama, particularly where between Birmingham to the west and Atlanta, Georgia to the east. So our students, uh, if they're not here in Talladega, they do take advantage of visiting those two locations and other parts in between. I do want to share some details with you about our college, so let's dive right in. Let's see. All right, so just some quick at a glance items here. Talladega is home to 20 plus academic programs. They live in our four academic divisions, about which I'll talk in the upcoming moments. We are a small institution and 800 students strong at the moment. So students in our at our institution, they have the opportunity to benefit from close relationships with faculty and staff persons who work with them. And also, uh, given our size, we can have that individualized approach to creating success pathways for our students. Speaking of small class sizes, there's for every one faculty person, 15 students. And our majority of students live on campus, and also 98% receive some form of financial aid. Fraternity and sorority life chapters are 9 strong, and athletics teams, 50 plus clubs and organizations. They all make for the learning that happens beyond the classroom and all of the excitement that adds up to the Talladega experience for our students. So all in all, I just told you we're the first private historically Black liberal arts college. And for 150 years strong, we were founded in the year 1867. We've had a focus on making certain our students are prepared to be the next global citizens and civic leaders, artists and scientists, politicians and business people, to make a difference and be the change agents that we imagine based on what our founders set forth as our mission. Uh, we have one of the most compelling origin stories in higher education. We were founded by two former slaves, William Savory and Thomas Tarrant. And they, in 1869, began the Swain School, where a charter was issued for Talladega College. And today, the college enjoys enrollment that was record high in the years 2018 through 2020. And right now, we're sitting at 900 students and listed among some of the best colleges across the nation. So our academic programs here at the college give students really, really close-knit connection to not only the theory and information around their chosen academic passion, but also a focus on building their resume through experiential learning opportunities. So the student, both when they have a passion for whatever major they've selected, they can connect to the opportunities for internships, for research, for the opportunities to really, really, when they stand on the graduation stage, be competitive and diversely marketable to future employers. There's a rich campus community. Students feel like they're part of a family here at Talladega College, and the diverse backgrounds and experiences that descend on Talladega College's campus mean that you can grow in your personal connection to those students and scholars around you and the faculty and staff and administrators that work with you, while also sharing your background experiences. So there's a reciprocal opportunity to learn and grow in the company of each other here on the college campus. And so I want to talk about our academic programs. When you are at Talladega College, We are home to 4 academic divisions, and I'll go through those and show you the different academic programs and divisions to which they belong. The first of which is our Division of Business Administration. It is home to majors to include business administration, accounting, finance, and marketing. Some examples of career opportunities that students can, when they choose these majors, aim for are listed, but they are mere examples. Students find themselves in a number of different opportunities outside of what is listed here. These are just to give students an example. Our Division of Humanities and Fine Arts is home to our English, History, Fine Arts, Music Performance, Mass Media Studies, and we do offer an associate's degree in liberal arts here at the college. And again, some of the career opportunities listed here. I think I saw something in the chat that says, will the slides be shared? And so you will have an opportunity to review these when we submit them for your colleagues to share with you. The Division of Natural Science and Mathematics is home to biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics. We have a computer information systems program as well as a cybersecurity major here at the college. Students in these majors, they have an intention to be in various capacities after graduation, whether they are going to pre-professional programs such as pre-med and pre-dentistry or pre-veterinary things, or to be researchers and analysts or educators, work in labs. These programs prepare students to do all of those things and more. And we're very proud of these programs here at Talladega. And finally, we have our Division of Social Sciences and Education, which is home to our psychology, social work, sociology, elementary education, and criminal justice programs. We also home to 2 graduate programs, one in business administration. We also have a master's in computer information systems. Our graduate programs are, for the most part, 100% online, and there are some opportunities for students to meet in person depending on the concentration. Talladega also offers what we refer to as a fast track program. Our fast track program includes majors like business management, organization management, computer information systems, criminal justice, and psychology. Particularly, this program focuses on adult learners, adult persons who have 60 or more credit hours earned. And, stated plainly, maybe life happened or it's a dream deferred that you will finish your college education. And so this program gives persons an opportunity to be in an accelerated online program that gets you to the graduation stage where we can celebrate your accomplishments and really, really help you to reach your life goals. I mentioned the combination of theory and information in the classroom and coupling that with experiential learning. Experiential learning, including research, internships, public internships, studying abroad, service learning, and capstone experiences. They all mean that students have a connection to not only what they're studying, but how the application through work experience can be used for resume building purposes. At Talladega, we offer an honors program. The honors program requirement is that students have a 3.5 cumulative unweighted GPA. And essentially, it's home to students who find community in high achieving undergraduate students. And some of the perks include priority registration. And we nurture the talents and academic well-being of high achieving students here at the college. As a matter of fact, this gives the students the opportunity to have additional experiences while also being more comprehensively prepared for the majors that they select. Student success is the marching order. So our Student Success Center is home to a number of different resources that students can leverage. Students, when they visit our Student Success Center, can work with peer tutors, benefit from our writing center, supplemental instruction. These all help students to balance the varied layers of their contribution to our community as student scholars, as student athletes, as student musicians and otherwise, they can have a passion for various things while also maintaining consistency in their academic performance. Some of the other resources offered include our career exploration and professional development area, our library, where there are numerous resources and computer labs, counseling services, where the whole student is important to us, and not only just mind, body, and soul, and the health and well-being of the student, but the spiritual well-being. And finally, campus safety here at Talladega College. One of the celebrations for us is our remote location, which allows students to feel that sense of safety, that sense of place, and also to benefit from the opportunity to focus on their studies without the distractions of a large city. 50+ clubs and organizations. They make for all of the great programming, from concerts and festivals to movie nights and other things that students can enjoy, fashion shows and panels and forums. This is where the real life happens and the campus comes to life, and those experiences will be variable based on the student's interests. And as every one of my colleagues who is in this virtual space will say, if we don't have the club or organization for you, all you need is a few friends and you can start your own. We are home to what we call intercollegiate academic teams, and we do offer scholarship opportunities for the students who can contribute to our competitive chess teams. And some of the other examples include esports and our quiz bowl and speech and debate teams. They all make for an opportunity to lend your talents to the institution while also having resources that help your education be more affordable. Athletics, we have 19 teams. They range from basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball. Our women's volleyball team just won a championship for a second consecutive year in a row, and they will be headed to the national championship soon. Track and field and cross country, tennis, golf, cheer, and dance. And of course, the Great Tornado Marching Band, a 140 strong community of musicians who are very powerful, and they are also joined by our Diga Diamond Majorette dance team. And so if you ever have an opportunity to groove to the Great Tornado Marching Band, I recommend it. I'm always in the stands, kind of swaying side to side. So I catch myself saying, "Oh, I'm a little calm down, Derek," but I get so excited to hear the students play. As I mentioned, Greek life here at the college, we're home to the Divine Nine Greek organizations, and there are some other Greek fraternities and sororities that do service here at the institution. At the core of what they do is involvement in community and service, and they are spaces where they can hold each other accountable to be the academic performers that they should be. So stellar organizations to be proud of. 7 residence halls that students can call home at the institution. And we do intend for this to be your home away from home, hence the language residence halls. When you take residence on the campus, students who live on campus have a stronger connection to the resources offered. And the data suggests that they have higher GPAs, they perform well, they benefit more from the resources offered, and they also can have stronger relationships with faculty and staff persons, not to the exclusion of those who live off campus, but obviously when students live off campus, there's an additional amount of effort and intention that will need to come from the student and from us in that relationship. Rounding out the corner, I do want to tell you how you can take advantage of all the great things about which I talked. So let's talk a little bit about what the admission process looks like here at Talladega. We do have an online application portal for those students who apply to our undergraduate programs. We do use what's known as the Future Deegan portal, and our graduate programs can be applied to using our Grad Apply portal. So all of that can be found on our website at www.talladega.edu, and you click admissions and apply, and it's pretty there. Our requirements at the moment, we're test optional. Students whose GPA is a 3.0 unweighted GPA or better, they will receive what we call assured admissions. We also have what's known as an emerging scholars program, which looks for potential beyond the transcript. At the end of the day, students for admission consideration must at minimum have a 2.0. Transfer students a 2.5 GPA with 24 earned credit hours. If a student has less than 24 earned credit hours, they must meet freshman requirements. Graduate applicants need a bachelor's degree with a minimum 2.5, and fast track students need 60 earned credits with a minimum 2.0. And everybody knows scholarships are the most important piece. FAFSA opens on December 1. We're all in love with the Department of Education right now, and thinking about the FAFSA, and crossing our fingers that December 1 is not a moving target. But this slide tells you about some of our academic scholarship offerings, the most prestigious of which is our Presidential Scholarship, which offers a full ride to the student. And then our other scholarship levels, and then you can see our transfer and international student scholarships. And then to the right of the slide, if you're looking at it, we suggest to students some other opportunities to include the fact that we're a UNCF affiliate institution, and so there are often scholarship dollars that can be earned from the UNCF, and external scholarships. And then should the student not receive a scholarship as an incoming student, we encourage them that we offer continuing student scholarships, and our FAFSA code is listed there for your review. In closing, we like to answer the question, why Talladega? I think the Talladega promise is that we respond more definitively to the question, what do you want to be at the conclusion of 4 years? And our commitment is to be in partnership with you, not only to figure out what you want to be, but to answer more specifically, how are you going to get there? And that work done together is our commitment and our intention when you show up here in our community. We intend that every student who comes into the campus will be supported and will be able to live out their passions in a unique way that is tailored to them as an individual, given our small size. And I would be remiss if I did not offer you a special invitation to our open house. We have a Diga Day, High School Day open house. The key is it's tomorrow. And so in my mind, I don't know, you might just show up and that would be so great. I'd be the first person like having a fit, like, you're here? Yes. So if you're able to join us, it begins tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. You could give my office a call. We'd be happy to register you. And it will go through 1:30 tomorrow. So visit us for Diga Day. It's our open house event. And I just want to at this time say thank you. You can take a screenshot of this slide. My name is Derek Robertson. I'm the Vice President for Enrollment Services here at Talladega College. And I would be glad to partner with you to understand more about Talladega. Thank you.
Oh, Derek, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I learned a lot about Talladega. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to go ahead and put your information, just your contact information in the chat for any of our families. And again, thank you for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to keep us moving along. I would like to introduce the next representative is going to be Mr. Derek Nettingham, who is from FAM. So Derek, I hope that you are ready to go and we will take it away.
All right, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can. Thank you so
Wonderful,
much.
wonderful. All right, well, good evening, everyone. Greetings. My name is Derek Nettingham, and I proudly serve as the Interim Director of Admissions at the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, more affectionately known as FAMU, located in Tallahassee, Florida. The biggest thing you'll hear from us is we'll say and let everyone know from here all the way across the world is that we are the #1 public HBCU in the country for 6 consecutive years. But what I love to articulate to folks is, what does that mean, right? Because it sounds great, it sounds fun, looks good to put on advertisements and brochures, but we really want folks to know what that all entails. And when you look at this slide, you'll see that we're the #20 university overall for social mobility, which essentially means we place our students well. We make sure that students coming through FAMU get the jobs that they want and the careers that they love, and they're situated in a way that continues that legacy of greatness that we're so known for. Likewise, we're #81 overall, right? So there's over 1,400 universities across the country, and we are in the top 100 as an HBCU of a little under 10,000 students. So that is something we are very proud of, and let students know that you are part of something strong. We are a university that does well in comparison to our colleagues, and likewise, we prioritize excellence, all right? Something else we note is that there are a lot of HBCUs in the state of Florida. This is no shade to my partners, but we have Bethune-Cookman, we have Edward Waters, we have Florida Memorial, but we are the #1 HBCU in Florida as well. Something else we like to note is we are the #3 HBCU overall. So when you're looking at our amazing colleagues at like Howard University, Spelman College, we're excited to be in what we call the Big Three. And in our mind, we're #1 in the next few years here. So we're going to keep pushing to the top, but that's something we are definitely proud of. We're the #1 HBCU when you look at allied health sciences. So if you're looking at anything in nursing, pre-occupational therapy, anything in that realm, according to best colleges, we are the top HBCU in that realm. We do have a lot of students that come to FAMU for that particular area of study, but we also have many other things that we're known for, and I'll tell you that in a little bit later. We are the top HBCU when you're looking at affordability and value. So we let students know that while we are a world-class institution, that doesn't mean that we want you to break the bank, all right? So out-of-state tuition is going to be roughly around $17,000 per term. That's going to be when you're looking at fall, summer, spring. So if you're doing a 2-term time while you're at FAMU per year, when you're looking at that price point, that's what gets students to really look at FAM. Including room and board, it's going to be around an additional $10,000, but that can go up or down depending on what living situation you choose. So when you look at us in the grand scheme of things for annual tuition, and definitely put that up some of the best universities in the country, you'll see why we're a top popular pick. Because we always tell folks that our price is not comparative to our quality, and we've proven that year after year. Now, when we say we're the #20 HBCU and 20, university, when you're looking at social mobility, this is what we're talking about. All right. This slide is not exhaustive. These are not the only folks that we can brag about, but this is just the tip of the iceberg of our alumni network and the folks that continue to shine coming out of FAMU and continue to transform the very fabric of society. So we have folks like Kim Godwin, the far left there, first Black woman to run a major news network. She ran ABC News. We have folks right there where, everyone knows, Common as an actor and philanthropist, but some of us are a little older. Remember, Common was a rapper. Some of the kids when I'm in the high schools, they're like, he rapped. And I'm like, yes, he did. And I'm not that old. We have Keisha Lance Bottoms, currently works in the White House, working in global trade, where we say we got a rattler working in one of the biggest facets of government that there is with global trade. She started off, of course, working as a liaison between the presidency and marginalized communities in the United States, did so well, of course, came out of Atlanta, Georgia as a mayor. Like, just the trajectory of Keisha Lance Bottoms has been amazing. A lot of folks know about Bill Gates, right? When you hear about computer information systems, when you hear about Microsoft, they're like, yeah, Bill Gates, right? But did you know that gentleman right there in the suit, John Thompson, was the lead director of the board of Microsoft, and then likewise served as an executive officer in his tenure. So we say we have rattlers even all the way in computer science. Any realm you want, there's going to be a rattler at the top. One of my personal favorites is Dr. Marina Snowden, right there in the graduation regalia, first Black woman to get her PhD in nuclear engineering from MIT. Now, when we say MIT, folks are like, well, wait, we're talking about FAMU, right? Again, circling back, number 20, when you're looking at social mobility, right? Whether you want to be a 2, 3 time Rattler, or if you want to go on and take on one of the top as far as Ivy League institutions in the country, with a Rattler degree, you can go anywhere and thrive, okay? And then last but not least, we have the one and only Will Packer, world-class producer for movies like Girls Trip, Think Like a Man, Ride Along. That's going to be a nod to FAMU. We always say you're welcome to FAMU, right? But we also have folks in theater. So if you're looking at acting theater, we got Anika Noni Rhodes, who is the voice of the Princess and the Frog. We got Rob Hardy, who produces for Grey's Anatomy, All American. No matter where you look, there's going to be a Rattler at the top. And that is what we push to students. When they say, what is our superpower? I tell students, FAMU's superpower is our network. You will never be far away from a Rattler. I don't care if you're at another institution. I don't care if you're at a basketball game. If you're anywhere in the country, there's going to be a Rattler there, and there's a good chance that individual is going to be running that event. We have over 98 degrees and programs, so we're not a one-trick pony university. We've got a variety of things that our students can dive into, all right? Everything from business to philosophy to agriculture, you name it, we're gonna have it. The coolest perk that I let students know is that we are located in Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital of Florida. So there's lots of connections and opportunities for jobs and internships right there. So for example, anyone looking at political science, criminology, criminal justice, we have a huge pipeline to the CIA and the FBI. When we were in DC at an event, the CIA table came over to our table and said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because your students continue to thrive in our internship programs and then go on to get jobs. That's very common for FAMU students. So when you're looking at a university that has a wide range of things that you can engage with, whether you double major, whether you minor, get a concentration somewhere, you'll note that we'll offer a variety of things that you can engage with. But some of our top programs we love spotlighting is our FAMU FSU College of Engineering. So that is a world-class program and the only one of its kind in the country, with 2 powerhouse universities joining together for an engineering lab, okay? Notice on that left-hand side that we have all 3 levels of educational attainment: bachelor's, master's, and a doctoral degree. That's pretty uniform across all of our majors, all right? With engineering itself, we are heavy on STEM too. So note, whether you want to be a STEM student, a theater student, if you want to be in business, we're going to have all kinds of options for you to dive in, okay? Also, we are one of the highest producers of Black pharmacists in the country, and we are very proud of that. So we let students know, if you're in Florida and you go to a CVS or a Walgreens, there's a very good chance that that person behind the counter in the white coat is a FAMU grad. When I moved to Tallahassee, I'd heard this all the time, and I'm like, that's just something they say. When I'm going to step into my role, let me learn about this and figure it out. As soon as I walk in to get my flu shot or any vaccine, there's a FAMU grad right there. And every single time, regardless of where I'm at, and I'm like, oh, this is a thing. Like, literally, they just keep kicking out the best folks and continue to produce a lot of those folks within that career field. So if you're looking at pharmacy, no better place. And then, of course, we love spotlighting the fact that we do have a law school. We have our law school down in Orlando, Florida, so that's something that folks could be really excited about there. We have options like our 3+3 legal scholars program, which means you'll do 3 years in Tallahassee, and then you'll do 3 years in our law school in Orlando. Now, you don't have to do that. You're fine doing another degree, and I let students know you do not have to do a pre-law degree to go to law school. You can do a lot of different things. So I have a social work master's. I'm my MSW. One of my colleagues, she had her master's in social work as well and just got into Yale Law School. So anywhere you want to kind of situate your degree, just note that you can do that. And as an HBCU with a law school, we always push that to students, where there's no better option than to couple that either with something that you're passionate about, or just go in and do that 3+3, which is the pre-law program. Now, the biggest question we get is, what does it take to get into FAMU? All right. So yes, we do have a 30% acceptance rate. Yes, we do see well over 30,000, 40,000 applicants a year. However, we tell students we demystify that whole process. We're going to give you the blueprint to get into FAMU. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, you got the interim director, right? I'm telling you all, this is all you need. I know there's a lot of narratives around about it's difficult and it's hard. And to that, we respond. You are right. We are a rigorous university and we're proud of that. Yes, our incoming average GPA last year was a 3.94. Yes, the year before that is a 3.92. We have great test score averages, but that is something that we say should be a strength, not deter you. You're going to be around some of the best minds in the country, and that's what you want to continue to grow. And we're going to provide any support you need to thrive in that environment. We're not just going to leave you. We know that you're going to come up against some things that will challenge you. That's what we want. We want to push you academically. We want to push you professionally so that when you decide to pick that job that when they say, hey, this is the job you want, we don't want you to be nervous because you're like, hey, I've already been through this. I understand it. It's normal to me. So that's the premise that I love to give before we dive into our requirements, to give you the foundation of why it is you can continue to push forward, even if this stuff makes you nervous. All right. We're looking for about a 3.3 weighted cumulative GPA for our preferred minimum. Now we say preferred minimum, not just minimum, because if you're around that, still submit your stuff. Still submit it because there's still a chance that you could go ahead and get admitted. But we say preferred just to give students an idea of what we're looking for from a baseline for a strong applicant. All right. 18 high school units, pretty self-explanatory. Please do connect with your amazing counselors and advisors in your high school to make sure you're on par for that. All right. Worst thing is when a student is in their senior year and then they're showing us their transcript and they're missing some of those metrics. So quick note, as a state university system institution, so we are in the SUS of Florida, all right? One of the strongest SUSs in the country, by the way. We are the only HBCU in the SUS of Florida as well. We do have the same criteria, so that means we do need those 18 units, all right? And we are not test optional, however, we super score, meaning you can take it as many times as you need, and we will take your highest test score from the bunch, all right? We always tell students, leverage that, use it to your advantage. We actually had a student from Winter Park, Florida, and she took it 7 times. All right, let me repeat. She took the SAT 7 times because she just knew she wanted to come to FAMU. But that was her technique because she wasn't really great with testing. She knew she had test anxiety, so she took it 7 times so that she could utilize and leverage super scoring. And we took her highest test scores, and she's a FAMU student now. All right. Likewise, we'll accept the CLT for those that are in the state of Florida, are familiar with it. We do the SAT, ACT, and CLT, and we do those sub scores, meaning we're just going to look at those sub scores, not the overall composite. 500-word essay. We are on the Common App. And then these are our deadlines, all right? April 1st is for the fall. November 1st was spring and early action. And then March 1st is our summer deadline. That $35 can be waived. We don't want you to not apply to FAMU for $35, okay? This is a quick look of our scholarship matrix. This is what we're looking for. Again, keep in mind, with our tuition as low as it is, that is why we have our metrics pretty competitive, because if you get one of these scholarships, you can almost be getting your entire education paid for, and that's what we want for you. So bring in those high test scores, bring in those high GPAs, and then we will go and we are happy to award you amazing financial assistance, okay? We also have an amazing Navy and Army ROTC program. They provide a lot of scholarship dollars. The caveat to that is you do have to enlist in that branch for 4 to 5 years after graduation. So we do tell students you do pay with your time. However, it is a transformative experience. I come from an Air Force family, so we have lots of options for our students that are looking to be in the armed forces. And I'm telling you, there's nothing cooler than seeing our Rattler Battalion walking across campus. Yes, you will have to get up in the AM and do some running. Maybe you'll do some jogging. So there is physical aspects to your engagement with ROTC, but there's also job security, right? You'll come in as an officer, and then you'll also build those leadership skills. We have over 175 student organizations on our campus. We got a lot of options. Just one look at our TikTok or our Instagram, you'll see that we are a very engaged campus. Yes, we have well over 130 some thousand followers on Instagram. We are a very active campus. The brand of FAMU is famous. We know the brand is far and wide, but we also let folks know that anyone you see in those videos, any of the students, any of the TikToks, I know we always have students going viral because they're brilliant. Those students are eligible students in good standing. And I let everyone know that where, yes, it looks great, yes, it looks fun, but remember, you have to maintain that GPA. You have to be in good standing to enjoy that good time on what we call the highest of 7 hills. All right. Of course, as all my other colleagues, we have all D9 organizations represented on our campus. But on top of that, we have honor societies, right? We have band sororities and fraternities. We have ROTC fraternities and sororities. Lots of different options for students to engage. If you are not interested in that, just know that you'll be plugged in just fine. And we have the amenities to match with, of course, a bowling alley, dining halls. We do have a salon. A lot of folks like, do you have a salon? We actually have a full functioning salon on campus and barbershop for our students to look their best and feel their best. We are a D1 university in the SWAC conference. We have amazing opportunities. We are just coming off, of course, a bowl game and a national championship with our football team. If you are interested in any sort of sports, we are definitely welcoming you there. The only ones we don't have are lacrosse and soccer. So I will say shout out to our colleagues at Virginia State because that is awesome that they offer that. But we don't offer soccer and lacrosse, but we offer all other sports, including bowling. Living on campus, real quick, non-traditional and traditional. Our non-traditional style is going to be those suite style rooms. So that means you'll be in kind of a pod, living with one or two other roommates, and then sharing a bathroom. And then our traditional is going to be those single sex floors where you'll be on a community hall, single gender, sharing a bathroom with those individuals. Rule of thumb there, more privacy you want, more it's going to cost. But all those living situations are great. Majority of our freshmen do live in the FAMU towers that you see right there. We have our honors program, living learning communities, lots of options to engage in a meaningful way in your living experience. And then, of course, our student resources are there for you. If you have an IEP, 504 plan, anything like that, any unique challenge or disability, our CEDAR office and our career service offices is there for you. We don't want any student to feel that they're at a disadvantage for something that is outside of their control. And we are super, super adamant about you feeling that you are welcome on our campus, regardless your situation. So that is something we take very seriously. And please know that is something that we spotlight. And then last but not least, we are a global university. We have over 60 study abroad destinations on our, when you're trying to go anywhere in the country, you're going to find a Rattler. Just recently, we had one of our Rattlers in Germany asked me to send her some materials because there's going to be a college fair and she's going to promote the university. Likewise, we had one of our alums in South Korea send us to say, hey, we're doing like literally when we say global, we are literally global. And again, over 60 study abroad destinations, as well as students coming to FAMU. So when we say we are preparing our students for a global marketplace, we mean it. All right, folks, this is our social media handles. Again, my name is Derek Nettingham, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Derek. And if you'll be kind enough to go ahead and make sure you put your contact information in the chat, we greatly appreciate that. And thank you for being here tonight. We really do appreciate you. And then as we keep moving, I want to make sure that you all know we have Albany State coming up. So we want to welcome to our stage Ms. Shelby Ham. And Shelby, when you're ready, we're ready. Thank you so much.
Evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Let me get my screen shared. Give me a second. All right. Good evening, everyone. Again, I am Shelby Ham. I serve as the Associate Director of Recruitment at the Unsinkable and Indestructible Albany State University. We are a public HBCU located in Albany, Georgia. So we are one of the 3 state HBCUs in Georgia. So we're go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm just going to play this video for you all.
We are a university of amazing differences.
One of culture and diversity that span our community and link us each to another.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
One of culture and diversity that span our community and link us each to another. Whoever you are,
Wherever you're from,
we are proud to welcome you
to the best university and HBCU.
in the world.
Welcome to the unsinkable
Indestructible
Albany State University.
I chose ASU mostly because of its affordability. I would have all these amazing research opportunities with wonderful professors, and I would also have access to clubs and organizations that would enhance me both professionally and personally. Finding all of that in such an affordable place, in such a beautiful location, was unbeatable for me.
I chose Albany State because it was an affiliate school to a medical school I'm trying to attend, and being that I already reside in Georgia, it was important that I stay close to home.
I value being able to do more things in more fields than people expect you to, because that way, when you go into a professional setting, when you go into just a regular societal setting, you have a much bigger advantage, and ASU gives you that, having such broad opportunities.
My major is biology with a concentration in biotechnology, and the thing I like most about my major is the fact that you learn things in lab that they're very applicable to the workforce today.
Because of the small faculty to student ratio, we're able to talk to our professors anytime.
It really is a place where the professors do care about you.
It's really easy to make friends here, and just having that sense of close-knitness made being at ASU a much smoother transition than I would have had if I was at any other school.
I felt like ASU brought me out of my shell. They allowed me to become me. They allowed me to become who I was supposed to be.
I have received so much love and so much support, and this is coming from my professors, my peers, the administration, and I didn't expect that. So that's one thing that I will carry with me wherever I go because I was at ASU.
As we showcase this amazing campus of ours, we celebrate all that makes us who we are. Our students,
Our faculty,
our staff,
our alumni,
our community.
we encourage you to ignite your journey.
Ignite your mind.
Ignite your passion. Albany State University. Excellence is the standard.
All right, so at Albany State University, we are part of the University System of Georgia, so we always make sure that we prepare our students for excellence. So just a few facts and stats about Albany State. So we were founded in 1903 by our founder, Dr. Joseph Winthrop Holley. We have two different campuses. We have our main campus, which is the East Campus, and our West Campus is about 15 minutes away. So we have 6 certificates, 13 associate degrees, 22 bachelor degrees, 12 master degrees, and 1 specialist degree. Our mascot is the Golden Rams, and our school colors is royal blue and old gold. So we have about 6,700 plus students currently enrolled. So we consider ourselves to be about a medium-sized campus. So why Albany State University? We are the largest HBCU in the state of Georgia. As stated previously, we have 2 separate campuses, so we pretty much have 2 of everything: 2 student centers, 2 cafeterias. Students can live on either campus, and we also have the highest first-time freshman retention rate in the university system of Georgia. So what we are known for, nursing. We have a very affordable nursing program, and we are currently producing the most nurses in the state of Georgia. Criminal justice, forensic science. We are one of the few that have a fully accredited 4-year program in forensic science. Dental hygiene, which is a really cool program that is very popular. It's a 2-year program, so the program is set up where it's like a real dentist office. So students, faculty, and staff members can go get their teeth cleaned from the dental hygiene students for free. We also have supply chain and logistics management, which is also growing and very popular. And we also have diagnostic medical sonography. So currently, this past graduation, we had a 95% graduation rate in that program. So all of our majors are separated by 3 different colleges. First, we have the College of Business Education and Professional Studies. So if you're interested in business, management, marketing, education, we have middle grades, secondary, early childhood education, social work. We also have Army ROTC. So if you're interested in that, you'll choose a bachelor's degree, and then when you graduate, you will be a second lieutenant in the Army. Also, we have the Darton College of Health Professions. So that is where all of our health science programs are housed under. So health and human performance, if students are interested in like physical therapy or exercise science, athletic training, we have that for students that are interested in those type of things. I'm sorry. We also have radiologic science, which is another 2-year program. We also have health and information technology, health science, and then lastly, we have the College of Arts and Sciences. So for our aspiring doctors, we have biology pre-med, but we also have psychology pre-med as well. We have sociology, visual and performing arts. So there's 4 different tracks under our visual and performing arts program. There's art, music, theater, and dance. But students can also minor in dance if they choose to as well. We also have computer science, which is very, very popular. And so going into our admissions requirements. So the minimum GPA requirement for Albany State is a 2.0. So for the SAT, we ask for a 480 in evidence-based reading and writing. And then for math, we ask for a 440. If you choose to take the ACT, it's a 17 in both English and math. So you can choose to take either one of those tests. Now we are test optional for students that have a 3.0 unweighted GPA or higher. So if you have a 3.0 or higher, we do not look for any test scores when going ahead and processing your application. And we also have something called the 2-year access pathway program. So for a student that may have less than a 3.0, but at least meets the minimum requirement and does not send any test scores, we can still accept that student, but it'll just be into the 2-year access pathway program. After their freshman year, they can choose to either finish out their associate's degree and then continue on to the bachelor's degree, or they can switch over to the bachelor's degree after their freshman year. So the admissions process, our application is located on Georgia Futures, and we're also on the Common Black College application website. So those are the 2 options. Common App and the Common Black College application is 2 different websites, just for students that aren't aware of that. Common Black College application houses only HBCUs. So you can definitely apply to those 2 different websites through whichever one you choose. The only thing is this month, our application is actually free for the entire month of November for Apply to College Month. So for seniors, this is the best time to go ahead and get your application in and get your documents to us while it is free. Any other month, it is $25 on Georgia Futures and $20 on the Common Black College application. In order to receive an admissions decision, we do require your transcript, which can be submitted by your guidance counselor, or SAT, or you can send it through mail or through a transcript service if that's what your school requires. And then we also have you also have to have SAT or ACT scores if it is needed, if you have less than a 3.0. So our campus life, there's a lot to do on campus. I like to say, as an alum of Albany State University, during the school year, I don't remember a time where there's literally nothing going on campus. We have about 30 plus organizations on campus, so they're always having different events. We also have career services that helps with student resumes and help students find internships. We have 11 residence halls. So 5 of those residence halls are just for freshmen. So we only have one freshman dorm where you'll have your own room and you'll have to share a bathroom with another person because it's 2 rooms in one suite. The other dorms, you will have to share a bathroom in a room with one other person, but housing is first come, first serve. So you just have to be registered for your classes before you can register for housing. We also have reading, math, and writing labs. So there's a lot of help on our campus. If you have any accommodations that you need in the classroom, you could speak with our counseling department and they will make sure that your professors are aware of the accommodations needed. We also have peer tutoring and study abroad programs. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved, a lot of different opportunities to take advantage of. We also have restaurants on campus. So we have Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut, and what we call the Ram Hideaway. We also have the Golden Espresso, which is our coffee shop as well. Now, student life. So we have 30 plus organizations. So we do have academic clubs. So we have psychology club, criminal justice club, forensic science club. You know, if you're interested in any of those majors, we also have Greek life. We have all Divine Nine Greek organizations. We also have service fraternities and sororities, band fraternities and sororities. We also have Student Government Association, NCAA athletics, leadership trainings. So I like to tell students, no matter what university you choose to attend, make sure that you are involved in some type of organization. Make a lot of connections that way. So as far as our athletics, we are a part of the SIAC. We are Division II in all of our sports, and we have 11 men's and women's intercollegiate sports. For men's, we have baseball, basketball, football, and track and field. For women's sports, we have basketball, cross country, soccer, softball, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. So the only thing about our sports, you do have to be pursuing a 4-year bachelor's degree in order to play any sport on campus. So for example, if you're trying to do the sonography program or dental hygiene program, you will not be able to play a sport. You'll have to be pursuing a 4-year. For our honors program, so the requirements, it's a 3.5 unweighted GPA. If you take the SAT, it's an 1,000 that they look for. For the ACT, it's a 22. Now, since we are test optional, if you're trying to be considered for the honors program without test scores, it's a 3.8 unweighted GPA. So some of the amenities that students have when they're part of the honors program are advanced notification of scholarships, free test books, and priority registration. In the past, students that have been a part of the honors program have received internships at Meharry Medical School, which is a very popular program for our biology students because it's like a summer program where they stay on Meharry Medical School's campus and they do a lot of hands-on activities and learn a lot there. Also Google, United Airlines, Department of Defense. Department of Defense is very popular for students that are pursuing forensic science or criminal justice majors. So this is just a breakdown of costs of how much it will cost. It's just to give you an idea of how much it will cost to attend Albany State University for in-state and out-of-state. But this is if you get the most expensive meal plan, the most expensive housing. There are options, so it may not be exactly that. This is how much it would be, just to kind of give you an idea. Now, our scholarship opportunities. So we do have something called the ASU Foundation, where that we offer scholarships on there. So once you have been accepted to Albany State University, you will receive notification of the different scholarship opportunities. We have 30 active scholarships, but 7 are for freshmen. You can go to ASU Foundation scholarships.awardspring.com. We also, take need-based scholarships and merit-based scholarships as well. So our campus tours, we do offer campus tours Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. So if you go on our website, search campus tours, you'll be able to find the form in order to sign up for an available date that we have. And I do like to tell students the best way to really get the true feeling of a college is to go and visit. That way you can see, the different things that we have to offer instead of just hearing about it. So we do give in-state tuition to students that reside in Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Just to put that out there. And this is our contact information. So we have our Instagram on here, ASU Admissions. You should definitely follow us to check us out to see the different things that we do and all of our different events that we have coming up. Also, our Facebook is on here. Our application deadline for fall is June 1st, 2025. But that is also the deadline for for financial aid and housing. So you do not want to wait until the last minute. Again, the application is completely free for the entire month of November. So if you are interested, go ahead and get that application in just to have an option. And then we have our email and phone number if you want to contact us. Again, I am Shelby Ham, and I'll be dropping my information in the chat.
Shelby, thank you. That was awesome. I really appreciate you and your energy and sharing everything that Albany State has to offer. Thank you for dropping your info in the chat. We are going to move on. We're going to continue to move forward. So I do want to welcome, we have Sasha Holmes from Bethune-Cookman. So we want to welcome Sasha to the stage.
All right,
Yes,
there we
Sasha,
go.
whenever you're ready.
All right, can you all hear me?
We can, actually, we can. So when you're ready to share your screen.
All right, there we
Yep.
go. Can you see my screen?
I sure can.
All right, awesome. Enter to learn, depart to serve, return to invest. My name is Sasha Holmes, and I come bearing greetings from the great Bethune-Cookman University here in Daytona Beach, Florida. I am excited to share about our amazing university with you all today, and we will start with a short video about our university.
Welcome to Bethune-Cookman University. Founded by the visionary Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune with just $1.50, 5 little girls, and the faith that moved and still moves mountains. Our visionary founder's dream was to empower African American children, women, and men. And from its beginnings in 1904, Bethune-Cookman has been doing just that. And 120 years later, through the transformative power of education, it is her faith that continues to power our dreams. Today, BCU is a vibrant and diverse community. Our academic programs are top tier, and our professors are not just teachers. They are mentors who genuinely care about our success. But life at BCU is more than just the classroom. From praying together in athletics, to swag surfing to the music of the world-famous marching Wildcats, there's always something exciting happening here at 640 Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard. Community is an integral part of who we are. Driven by our founder's legacy, we remain inspired to make a real impact. Whether locally or globally, we know how important it is to give back. We are committed to leaving the world a better place than we met it. Come find your place here at the home that Mary built, Bethune-Cookman University, where nothing is impossible.
I had the privilege of graduating from the great Bethune-Cookman University back in 2008. And since then, I have gone on to do amazing things, work in the sports industry, start a couple of businesses, work in process management and development. And now I personally am back to serve my university because of the impact that Dr. Bethune has had on me. So one of the unique things about our university is we are considered a national historical site. 2 of our presidents, including our founder, is buried on our campus, and we honor the legacy and the gift of Dr. Bethune daily. And we do not take for granted the rich history and the things that she's left us behind. And so we are excited to be one of 4 private universities here in the state of Florida. And shout out to my cousins over there at FAMU. We love you dearly, but we do claim to be the best here in the state of Florida. A couple of things our university thrives off of in terms of core values is faith, integrity, respect, service, and a thirst for knowledge. And the last one is one of the points that Dr. Bethune left us in her last will and testament. So every staff member, every university, faculty member, just across our organization, we pride ourselves on ensuring that the student is first in everything that we do. So we have a class size of 15 to 1. We always tell our students, our incoming students, that you'll be in class with, teachers that feel like your aunties and your cousins, because we pride ourselves on making sure that this is a family environment, that every single student not only comes to get an education, but can thrive and also leave a legacy behind. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into our admissions requirements just for the sake of time. Any applicant who does meet the preferred 2.8 GPA or higher is eligible for admissions here at Bethune-Cookman University. If you do have below a 2.8, such as a 2.5, you are eligible for conditional admissions. We are truly test optional, and so as long as you have that GPA requirement and your transcript meets the requirements, then you are eligible for academic consideration. Last year, our freshman averages was a 3.46 GPA. This year, we exceeded our enrollment from pre-COVID, so we're really excited about that. Our student body now is around 2,800, and like I mentioned, our classroom ratio is 15 to 1. We do not have out-of-state tuition. So if you are here in the state of Florida, if you're coming from Georgia, California, somewhere in the Midwest, every student pays the same amount in terms of tuition. So I'm going to leave this screen up here really quickly if you guys want to scan that QR code that takes you to our application as well as our financial aid site. So how will you pay for school? So financial aid is a big priority here. We do have our FAFSA code there on the screen, so you definitely want to make sure that you write that down. We do offer internal scholarships. So we have a site called Scholarship Universe that our university partners, whether that may be businesses, alumni, they all go onto Scholarship Universe, and we upload different scholarships from across the state or across the U.S. and from our partners to that site. So there's always funding available. And then we also have those external scholarships as well. So whether it's work study, work aid, or our individual colleges are giving out scholarships, all of those are listed on that site as well. A fun part about coming to Bethune is the beach. So why Daytona Beach? We are literally 90 minutes away from Jacksonville. We are home of the world's famous beach, which is 1 mile from campus. And I had a student in my office today saying how they were at the beach last night and how much fun they had. A lot of our students can walk to the beach, they can Uber there. And so that is a big focus for our campus here. For those of you who are Disney fans, we are 1 hour away from Disney. And then everybody loves to take that rite of passage here at Bethune-Cookman, which is that big old trip to Miami, which is about 3.5 hours away from our university as well. And we also have a huge business partnership with the Daytona 500. So a lot of our business students do internships there. A really fun thing that happened this past year is we have an actual NASCAR that was built and dedicated to our university. So we're really proud of that and that partnership that we have with Daytona 500. Our majors. So our majors that are popular here are nursing, business, STEM, criminal justice, and music. So I know a lot of the other universities have claimed that they have the best bands, but I'm going to be a little biased here and say that we definitely have the best band in the land, which is our Marching Wildcats. But a lot of those individuals who are in the band are also on band scholarships, and they're involved in our music program. So whether it's concert chorale, whether it's the gospel choir, music, or you're in the part of the Marching Wildcats, we do offer scholarships for our music programs as well. Our student experience. So we have over 100+ student organizations. So if you are into fashion or if you're into business entrepreneurship, for example, we have a student here who started his own sneaker cleaning business, which is really popular across campus. So if you have a passion for it and it aligns with our university principles, we are open to starting whatever organization is going to contribute to our student growth. We have our Royal Court, which is really popular here and across HBCU culture as well. So we have Miss Bethune-Cookman University. A couple years ago, we installed Mr. Bethune-Cookman University, and then we have Mr. Freshman, Sophomore, Junior, and so on. We have a student government organization that is thriving. And in addition to that, we have a student activities board. So while our student government association, helps to govern our university and our students, we also have a partner organization that helps with events such as homecoming, Spring Fest, and those types of events. And Greek culture is a huge part of our university as well. Just like all the other universities, we are heavily involved in the SWAC. Our men's sports are listed here on the screen. We do have all of the women's sports, including bowling. So if you're into those non-traditional sports, such as those, we do have them active here at Bethune-Cookman University. And I can't move off of this slide without mentioning the biggest game of the year, which is Florida Classic. We are so excited every year that comes around. We do play our cousins, FAMU, so we're excited about that, and that is a huge part of our university culture as well. So up on the screen, we do have our QR code. It is absolutely free to apply. So we tell students whether, your interest is piqued a little bit or not, go ahead and apply. You never know where your journey is going to take you. And we would love to see you become a Wildcat here at the great Bethune-Cookman University. All right. And I will put my information in the chat if you guys have any questions for me.
And I thank you, Sasha, so much, very much. And everyone, as you can see, all of that contact information is being placed in the chat. So please go ahead and make use of that. And when you are hearing that applications are free, as Sasha said, if you just have the littlest interest, we're going to encourage you to put in those applications. So that's wonderful. I also now want to thank you so much. We're going to move forward with, we're moving to our Jackson State University with Mr. Wendell Fountain. So whenever you're ready, Wendell, we thank you so much for your patience, and we're looking forward to hearing what you have to share.
All right. I think I got my screen shared. Can everybody see it?
Yes, we can. You're awesome. You're ready to go.
All right, awesome. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendell Fountain. I'm an admissions recruiter here at Jackson State University. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you briefly regarding Jackson State University and some of our awesome opportunities we have for you. Of course, Jackson State is one of 5 historically Black colleges located in Jackson, Mississippi, one of 5 in the state of Mississippi, the largest HBCU in Mississippi. Founded in 1877 in Natchez, Mississippi, as an all-women's seminary, educating women to be educators. On the screen here, the first slide I show is going to be several points of pride for Jackson State. Won't go through all of them, but you can see we're the 4th largest university, overall university in Mississippi. Some of our top accolades that you see. We have an accredited AACSB accredited business college. 5% of universities hold this accreditation. We have a Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, virtual reality 3D modeling, soundproof room, and green screen. Of course, we're ranked among the top engineering schools in the United States with a number of STEM programs. And I'll talk a little bit more about those and some of the particulars about those programs once I get to our academic colleges. I'll start here with the admissions process to Jackson State first. You're going to make a contact with a recruiter. You're going to go to a college fair or some virtual event like this will hopefully spark your attention. We hope that you plan to schedule a visit to our campus, come and kind of see what we have to offer, get a look at our facilities, and then make your decision on whether you would like to apply. Applying to Jackson State is really easy. You can submit an online application directly to our website. We are on the Common App as well as the Common Black application. If you apply using the Common App and Common Black app, our $25 application fee is automatically waived. Now, like a couple of other schools, for the month of November, this is our free application month. So if you would like to submit an application, this is the time to do so. Here in November, we'll be waiving that $25 application fee. And we are test optional. So you can be admitted with or without a test score. 2.0 GPA is also required. So you can drop that application, submit a transcript, and we will definitely get you on the road to admissions here at Jackson State. Once you apply, the next thing you want to do is complete a FAFSA, of course. Like I mentioned earlier, FAFSA is everybody's best friend right now. I'm sure we're holding tight for FAFSA to open, and hopefully it will be a smoother process than it was last year. But make sure students just understand, if you're planning to attend college, you have to complete a FAFSA. Our FAFSA code is here on the screen. You'll see it again on one other screen. If you are looking to get that, I'll also drop it in the chat. Applying for scholarships is easy. You have to be admitted to our university to apply for scholarships. Even though we are test optional for admissions, we are requiring test scores for our academic scholarships. So scholarships will start at a 23 or higher on the ACT or 1130 on the SAT with a 3.0 GPA. Once you've applied, gotten yourself admitted, and applied for academic scholarships, the next thing you will do is sign your intent to enroll and make sure you submit your immunization records. Just remember that applying for scholarships is not guaranteed. You have to apply, and you're applying amongst many. So the earlier the better. Our scholarships opened in November 1st. They closed January 15th. So that deadline is vastly approaching. So if you're planning to take the ACT in December, that is the last time you can take the ACT or SAT. That will give us enough time or opportunity to receive your test scores and qualify you for our academic scholarships. You see a QR code here on the screen. That is our QR code to submit an application. You can apply again to our website, futuretigers@jsums.edu, or you can go to jsums.edu/apply, and that is the way to complete that application. Financial aid is here. You'll see again our financial aid, our FAFSA school code 002410. Just remember, doing FAFSA is important. So when you guys are having those FAFSA nights at your high school, when your counselors and educators are putting those programs on for you, participate in them, because there's you can't get too much help with the FAFSA. Just understand the most important thing is that you have to have a FAFSA on file if you're planning to attend college. We have a loan repayment assistance program, the LRAP. LRAP is a program that we are just pioneering here in the state of Mississippi. We're the only university in the state of Mississippi using LRAP to help assist our students with finishing college debt-free. So if you want to get more information about that, you can definitely go to our financial aid website, get some detailed information about LRAP. It is an awesome program. And again, we are the only university utilizing it, and it will assist you with finishing debt-free upon graduation. Scholarships you see here, they open November 1st. They close January 15th. You have to be admitted in order to apply for academic scholarships. Once you're admitted, you'll receive a link. If you've submitted a test score and you have the GPA that qualifies you for the scholarship, you'll receive a link that will prompt you to apply for the scholarship that you qualify for. Making sure that you check your emails is going to be important. All students, any seniors on the call tonight, if you're submitting applications, you definitely want to be checking those emails to give yourself the opportunity to make sure you don't miss any deadlines or miss any scholarship or financial opportunities coming from all of our institutions. We communicate via these constant contact and our different systems that we use. So we want to make sure that you're checking those emails, because those automated systems may send the emails out, daily or every other day. So checking your emails is going to be important. Here that you see on the screen, this is another little snapshot of our scholarships. You see our presidential academic scholarship and our provost academic scholarship. Those requirements aren't very high. 23 on the ACT, again, 1130 SAT with a 3.0 GPA for the provost, which covers tuition only. And the presidential, which covers full tuition fees, room, and board. We're looking at a 3.5 GPA, 32 or above on the ACT, and an SAT of a 14, 20 or above. Now, as for our academic colleges and majors, Under our AACSB accredited College of Business, you see we have accounting, business administration, economics, entrepreneurship, finance, management, marketing, and supply chain management. Under the school, College of Health Science, we are the only university with a School of Health Science in Mississippi currently. And also we have social work, healthcare administration, and communicative disorders. We also have public health as a major. We also have a PhD in public health. Under the College of Engineering, Science, Engineering, and Technology, we're going to be one of our largest colleges and one of our fastest growing. We offer a number of different majors. If you're looking to go into the sciences, biology, or chemistry, we offer physics as a major. We offer all sorts of pre-majors within those, pre-health majors, pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-dentistry, pre-pharmacy, pre-veterinary medicine. Under our, we also have like, computer engineering and computer science. Under computer science, that is going to be one of our most unique. Computer science is a 2-in-1. You get a master's degree in 4 years, guys, and we also offer the concentration in cybersecurity. If you have an opportunity to come to Jackson State or take our virtual campus tour online, take a look at it. They have some really, really, really cool labs within the School of Health. School of Science, Engineering, and Technology at Jackson State. College of Education, which is what Jackson State was founded on. You see, we have a number of education majors, licensed and non-licensed programs, undergrad through master's level and PhD programs within those. Under the College of Liberal Arts, you'll see, of course, this is where our the baddest band in the land is held. Everybody's talking about band, but we say, I guess, the best for last. The Sonic Boom of the South. They fall under the College of Liberal Arts, and this is where we offer a number of our music majors, foreign languages, criminal justice, to name a few. We also have the psychology program undergrad, and we are one of only 2 institutions, HBCUs, that offer the PhD in psychology. So if you're looking to get that undergrad in psychology, we have a pathway that will send you directly into the PhD program. If you complete with a 3.7 or higher GPA in the undergrad program in psychology, you can apply directly to our 5-year PhD program. Pushing forward, student life at Jackson State, over 60 student government organizations. We have our honor societies, community service, student publications, our Greek letter organizations. So if you're looking to get involved, we have those opportunities for you. The social piece is definitely a vibe on Jackson State's campus. If you haven't checked us out on any of our social media platforms, you definitely want to do that, because that's where you're going to get to see a lot of the things that we do on Jackson State's campus here for our students, and a lot of the things that our students participate and partake in. We are a part of the SWAC, and we are a Division I institution. Here are some of our athletic programs that you see on the screen, men and women's. We offer here, you see some of our top going to be, of course, football, basketball. Believe it or not, we have bowling for women, and we have a championship winning volleyball and softball women's team. Immunization records, guys. I'll touch back on these. Post-COVID immunization records are ever so important. You have to submit those, and we have to have them on file before you can move into a residence hall. I don't care if you've submitted all of your documents, you've gotten admitted, you had the best test scores, honors college, you've done all of this. If you do not submit those immunization records, you cannot move into your residence hall. So if you're planning to attend and you've gotten to the process to where you've paid your housing deposit and you've done all this information, you're going to start getting these emails about these immunization records repeatedly, because they are ever so important to have on file before you actually move on to campus. Your intent to enroll, this is just a link that you'll receive, one of many emails that you'll receive once you've been admitted to Jackson State, to kind of give you an idea, give us an idea of if you're intending to enroll, to help with our numbers and kind of keeping track of what's going on with students planning to attend. These are our social media links. If you have not followed us, please follow us there. We have a lot of things going on. Our social media is definitely not just used for the turn up. We definitely post really good information on there regarding scholarships, other admissions information, free application weeks, and so on and so forth. When we're going to be in a certain area or a certain city, we post it out there. We put it out there, kind of give you a heads up, let us know where we're going to be, let you know where we're going to be. So definitely follow us on our social media platforms. We just had high school day last weekend. It was amazing. If you guys haven't followed our social media, go back and take a look at it. We had over 5,000 students on our campus. We had a really good host. Our kids came and had a great time on our campus. This is my contact information, the contact information for the Office of Undergraduate Recruitment here at Jackson State. I will be dropping my personal email and information contact in the chat. I am the admissions recruiter for the state of Florida, so you can reach out directly to me with any questions that you have. I'll be happy to assist you along the way. So thank you for taking the opportunity to listen to me. If you have any follow-up questions, I'll check the chat for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mendel. And I do want to let you know, I did drop a link into for information on that LRAP program because I do know that that's something that would be really important to our families to know that there's a possibility of being able to come out of a college education debt free. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for putting your information in the chat. We have our last and final presentation. We want to welcome Mr. Omar Herod, who is with the University of the District of Columbia. So welcome to the stage. We're glad you can join us and thank you for your patience. We really appreciate that. So go ahead and share with us about your university.
Yes, thank you, and good evening, everyone. My name is Omar Herod. I am the lead recruitment specialist with the University of the District of Columbia, the only public institution of higher learning in the nation's capital. Also historically Black college and university, but also the only urban land grant institution in the country. And so I'm so glad to be with you all this evening and to talk to you about my institution. We've been around for quite a while, but I always say we are kind of the hidden gem. We were actually established in 1851 as minor school for colored girls, and actually where our original building sits on Howard University's campus. But before Howard grew to the size that it was, we had our original building was built there. In that location. There were different colleges around the city. They merged to become the University of the District of Columbia. And so again, we are the only public institution of higher learning in the nation's capital, and where we are accessible, affordable, with amazing quality academic programs. And we want you to find your possible. So just to kind of talk a little bit about the structure of the institution, we have certificate programs, which are through our workforce development portion of the university. So those are free for our DC residents. But then we also have, that was an option or a pathway rather, to our associate degree program. So we have what we call our community college, which houses our associate degree programs. And we have some unique programs that are in that particular area, including our mortuary science program. We're one of the few in the area that actually not only have a mortuary science program, but we bring in actual bodies, and I'll talk a little bit about that shortly. But then once you complete the associate degree, then you would be able to transition and pretty much just change your major to a bachelor's degree program. And then from there, once you've completed your bachelor's degree, then you also have the ability to apply for a graduate program. And we also have the David A. Clark School of Law, and also other PhD programs. So basically, you can transition through the university all the way up to the PhD program. In the background, you may notice there is a train station. We actually have our own metro stop on the Red Line. It is the Van Ness GDC stop. So if you have a car, great, but if you want to take our local transportation, you also will have access to all of our campuses as well. So some unique programs that we offer.
So Omar, I just want to chat with you for a minute. If you're sharing your screen, I'm not seeing it. So I just wanted to make sure that I checked with you.
Yep. Hold on one second.
Sure.
Let's try this one more time.
There we go.
That work? Okay, great.
And then are you able to put it in like a slideshow mode where we can see it?
Yep.
There we go. Great. Thank you so much. Because we
No
really want
problem.
to get this information.
No problem. I was looking at it, and I guess you all didn't see that. So I'll try it again. So I'll go back to the educational pathways. So with the educational pathways, like I said, you basically are able to transition. So if you're starting out an associate degree program, you would be able to transition to a bachelor's degree program as well on and so forth. So again, in that picture now, hopefully that you can see, is the train station, which is our metro stops on the Red Line of the metro system. So I'll move on to the next. So our some unique programs that we offer, as I mentioned, like I said earlier, our mortuary science program. It is an associate degree program. Once you complete that program, it is a guaranteed job. You more than likely will not have to get a bachelor's degree because you will be certified to be a mortician. But you can take that into some other areas depending on what it is that you like to do. We also have an aviation maintenance program. We actually have a hangar at Reagan National Airport. It is a certification program as well as an associate degree program. Once you complete that program, same thing. It is a guaranteed job. And right now, starting salary is at 6 figures. So you will definitely have more than enough opportunity to be able to get a job and get a very, very well paying job. We do offer fashion merchandising as an associate degree, as well as nursing. So you would start our nursing program at the associate level. Once you complete the associate degree, pass the nursing exam, then you would apply for our RN to BSN program, which is a fully online program. We also offer respiratory therapy as well as an associate degree program. At the bachelor's level, we have administration of justice. That would be like our criminal justice program. We also offer biomedical engineering. Right now, 2 areas that our program are focusing on are the elderly and mobility issues, and also athletes with sports injuries. So if those are areas that you're possibly interested in, or other areas of research, we have a professor that has over 15 patents on prosthetic limbs. So you would have the ability to possibly work with that professor as well. We also have digital media. So if you're interested in working in front or behind the camera, that would be your major. That's our journalism program. We also offer nutrition and dietetics. So there's another unique program. We have the the College of Agriculture, Urban Sustainability, and Environmental Science. Since we are a land-grant institution, no matter what your major is, you're going to be thinking about how will they impact the environment in some way, shape, or form. And so our nutrition and dietetics program is something that is a very unique program. We actually have a farm out in Maryland where our students are able to go and volunteer out in the farm, but we also have community gardens around the city as well. There are some areas, even in the nation's capital, that are still have food deserts. And so basically we are working to combat that with our community gardens. We also have a food truck, and our food truck is a little bit different than the food truck you may be thinking about. Our food truck actually takes fresh fruits and vegetables to those areas and delivers them, and then also provides through the nutrition and dietetics program, offers recipes for the families to prepare the meals and get all the proper nutrition from the things that they are preparing. Again, we have the RN to BSN nursing program that is one of our fully online programs at the bachelor's level. So you must already be a registered nurse or have a RN and have completed the associate degree program. We also have a unique program called Urban Sustainability. That's a really fancy word of now being where everybody's sort of a catchphrase or a popular word where everyone is like sort of thinking about how to be more sustainable in an urban environment. So for instance, on our campus, our water is our water. We actually have a water resource management program, which is a master's degree. But that program, basically, we have different systems around the campus that allow us to filtrate the water and use our water. And then we're able to take that and use it in other areas, not only within the city, but we can teach you how to create your own water resource management system. For our mission requirements, they're pretty straightforward. Pretty much everyone's said some of the similar things. We are now on the Common App, so you can find us on the Common App. For a bachelor's degree program, you must have a 2.5 GPA. We are test optional, so you do not have to submit SAT or ACT scores. And if you have a 3.0 or better, you qualify for a scholarship. And if you're applying for an associate degree, then as long as you graduate high school or have a GED, then you will be admitted to the associate degree program. So let's say, for instance, if you're applying to the university and you have less than a 2.5, then it would be advised that you apply for an associate degree. Once you complete the associate degree, you just change your major to the bachelor's degree. So you'll have an associate degree and a bachelor's degree, which is really nice within that relatively 4-year period. You can have an associate degree that feeds into your bachelor's degree. For instance, business administration feeds into our business management program at the bachelor's level. Or you can have 2 degrees. So you can do business administration at the associate level. And then let's say, for instance, you want to do music at the bachelor's level and then do something in the industry of entertainment business or music business. Then you could do music at the bachelor's level or vice versa. So you'd have that option with having associate as well as bachelor's degrees. To submit documents, you submit them electronically, and you can apply first online. You can go right to our website and click on the apply button, and it will take you right to our application. Like I said, we are on the Common App. We are waiving application fees, so you do not have to worry about paying application fee. We would just need your transcript, your either official or unofficial high school transcript or GED transcript. Again, we are SAT and ACT optional. You do not have to submit test scores. And someone else mentioned this earlier, your immunization records. You must submit your immunization records if you're under the age of 25. And that you will not be able to register until your immunization records have been cleared. To submit documents, you can submit them several ways. You can submit them electronically through our email UDC transcores, through Parchment, Common App, or Score. And if you actually want to know where we're physically located, if you've ever been to the Washington, D.C., or if you'd like to come and visit our pandas, they are right down the street from us. We're about less than 10 minutes away from the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. And so that is where we are. We're in the northeast quadrant of the city, and actually about the same amount of time from the vice president's residence as well. We do have campus tours in person, but also virtual. So you can go on our website, scroll down, and you can click on the link for our virtual tours. Are your admissions counselors, and you'll have access to this, but your mission counselors will be working with you. You will be considered a first-time in college applicant. We don't necessarily say freshman. We say first-time in college applicants because we have such an array of students body, a very unique student body. So you'll bear students that are coming right out of high school, but also individuals that have been out of high school for a while. So we call them first-time in college applicants. And so they're broken down by the first letter of your last name, and we have 3 for our first-time in college applicants. You can also be a transfer student, so you can also apply as a transfer student. And we have non-degree or second-degree applicants as well. So let's say, for instance, you just want to come hang out in the nation's capital and take some classes while you're at another institution, you can do that, and you will be considered a non-degree applicant. And then hopefully you should be able to see you can contact us. We want you to reach out to us. You can also follow us on our Facebook page as well as on Instagram. So those are handles on both. Also, if you happen to be considered an international student, we do have someone that is specifically working with our international students as well. And then also a couple of things. So we are Division II school. We offer lacrosse, basketball, track, soccer, and tennis. So we are definitely competitive on the athletic side. We have over 80 campus organizations. We're not too large. You're going to know your professors and they're going to know who you are. But also that gives you opportunity to create your own space. And so we even have a Taekwondo club. We have a robotics club. So if there's something that you are interested in that we don't offer and there's enough interest, then we can create that for you as well. We have intramural sports. So if you want to play but don't want to be a part of a team sport, you have the opportunity to do that also. Again, we would love for you to come and be a part of the UDC Firebird family in the nation's capital. And I hope that I've interested you in coming to visit the nation's capital and seeing what we have to offer at the University of the District of Columbia.
Well, Omar, I thank you very, very much. I learned a lot, so I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and just say a huge thank you. We've dropped a lot of information in the chat. I know that we have families that are with us. If you had a question for any of our representatives, now would be the time to go ahead and share it with us. If you don't have a question, because there's a lot of information, I do want to make sure that our families know that all of this has been recorded and will be available on our family YouTube channel. So I dropped that link in the chat as well. Everyone will be receiving, if you joined us this evening, you will be receiving a copy of the slides, which will also give you that additional information. And I really do have to, oh, good, someone said, thank you so much for the information. Our families are giving us some very nice comments and positive feedback. So your time truly was well spent. I know we went a little longer than anticipated, but they're all great schools. And I really encourage our families, if you heard anything tonight that piqued your interest, we are in a month of free application. It hurts you not at all to send in that application. You never know where your life is going to take you. You never know where that next great opportunity will be. So again, a very heartfelt thank you to all of our representatives for all of these colleges, and a thank you to our families that stayed with us. We really hope that this information allows you to find a future, because that's really what this is all about, is finding a way, a path to whatever your future may be. So thank you again. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and take care.